Well, hello there, welcome back. Today, I asked you last time to finish this little animation. That was my leg. I had a bear on the left going to the right, and your job was to fill in the blank. So I decided to do a video through how I would do this inside Krita. So if you're a Krita user, oh, welcome. If you're not a Krita user, welcome. If you're a random person watching this, hi. First, what I did, sat down and wrote a couple of ideas how this would go. And here are some of them here on the screen. And I guess I went with the most generic one possible. I really like the shark one. I don't know about you, but I think the shark one will be more funny than this one I'm going to show you. This is just to give you an inspiration. But again, you have to finish this until tomorrow. If I manage to edit this today, I will. I hope. Let's see. So what I did first is I decided to go with the first idea I had, which is the most boring one, but that one it is. So I decided to do this pose to pose, and I made a new layer on which I started doing. I had the first frame and I had the last frame over here, and in between I had to fill up. So I decided I started doing this pose to pose. And here's what I got. I'm gonna go for the frames, and yeah, I mean, it's not that bad, but look at that frame. Look at this. Here's the final frame, right? Here's the previous frame. Like, what is this? What are you doing there? Are you about to poop something? I mean, I don't know. It's such a weird transition, and I'm gonna play this for you from this button over here to see what happens, and basically something terrible happens. And there's a couple of mistakes I did in this, and yeah, that you know what, you make mistakes in life, right? And in animation, best case scenario is to learn from those mistakes. So what I learned from this one over here, that I have a terrible timing, one, and second, I cannot keep the breath to be consistent. It's just a problem, okay? So I had to finish these main problems. But once you made a mistake, you either become self-aware of the mistake or you just ignore the mistake. And I think I did both of these things. So what happened, for me at least, here is I decided to help myself, okay? I decided to add a couple of guidelines in order for me to see how the motion will be, or where the bear will be. So I decided to draw a couple of arcs. I guess you can call this an arc. I don't know. Maybe you can. And these lines that I have here are the drawings of the bear, where the bear will be. So I went back in to the roof, and on top of the roof, I decided to draw two circles and connect these two circles. So this is happening on a different layer. I did hide the roof, and I decided just to animate these two circles to illustrate the bear, right? And I did manage to fix the timing. So here's the new version of this, just with the circles. Jumps. And I feel like the timing is better in this one rather than the previous one. But again, I did still make one mistake, and that was to the consistency of the shape. So you might, I don't see it. Well, I'm going to show you that. Here's no, this one. Look at the circle for the head. It's I mean, it's a little bit different, isn't it? Here is way smaller, and it gets bigger over here. And I mean, I guess you wouldn't see that when it's in motion, but you try your best to be close enough. And since this is a very simple character, right? And I couldn't, I was like, what the hell is happening? Why can't I do this? But again, making mistakes is good once you acknowledge them, see them, and learn from them. So I was aware at this point. I was like, okay, I'm still making one more mistake here. Because I was happy with the timing, right? Plus, I didn't give you 1 week to finish this, so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna stress for this to be perfect. I do wanna do something. I wanna show it to you, and I'm learning something from this. Which I think the best way we can take away from this is to that you're learning something rather than well, whatever. Best explanation on the YouTubes. So once I was pretty much aware of what I was doing as wrong, I tried to fix this. Since my timing, at least for me, the timing was okay, the pacing itself, and I, you know what, it could be better, but I was happy enough to say, okay, now I'm gonna go back again, and I'm gonna make a new layer on top of this. So I usually lower the previous layer on the circles, and then I make a new layer on top, and I try to do the bear. This will be technically my third cut, right? But I call this the second rough. Yeah, I don't know why. That's not called. You can call yours whatever you like. But I'm like, am I recording? I am. Okay, good. I did the bear as a whole, and what happens here if I hide my guidelines? You will see what happens here. Yeah, I am trying to keep up the shape as a whole, and I think this one is better. And if I stop somewhere, you will notice that let's just go for the frames. The face, look at the face, gets smaller, smaller, and smaller, and because I didn't add the face in the first cut. This was without the face, so I was just trying to focus on the bigger shape, to keep the shape consistent, to keep the hands also consistent, and I didn't show the face. So once I decided that this is good enough, right, I decided to clean this up. So I did manage to record my whole process. So I made a new layer on which I decided to clean up just the body with the legs and the tail. And once I was done with that, I made a new layer on top and just tried to focus only on the hands, to keep the hands to be consistent throughout the keyframes that I'm having here. And finally, I decided to not hit my microphone. I decided to use create a new layer again, and I decided just to animate the face. I was trying to focus only on the face, and so I could keep the face to be consistent in size as well. So once I had all these, I think there are like 3 different layers, and I'm going to show them over here. So I'm going to hide this. I put them in the group. So we have this. I reveal the group. We have the body on one layer, we have the hands on another layer, and we have the face on the other. I guess it's not very flattering. But that one. Let's just look at that one. And all these are on the 3 different layers. The other thing that I decided to add was obviously the color, because that's the bear with the color. And the color is beneath everything, and I just went with the filter to color everything. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers which are making this whole character. I wanted to, once the character comes over here, now I'll go for the frames, over here actually, on this frame over here, the character is not moving, he's trying to fly for 1, 2, 3 frames, I think. So these 3 frames, let me just change the color so you can see, I guess purple. So on these 3 frames here, the character is not moving, but it's still flapping with, it has some illusion to be a bird, I guess, I don't know. But we only see the hands moving, but the character is not. So I wanted the character to go slowly, slowly going down until, I guess, this frame. And then on this frame, we see this completely different frame, right? So on this frame, for it to disappear on the screen. But if I wanted to do this, I had to move all of these. If I wanted to move the character slowly going down, I had to move individually all of these layers. So that wasn't ideal for me. And what I did is I grabbed all of these, right button, and I duplicate them, right? And the way they're selected here, duplicates, I hit the right button again, and I merge them. So I have 1 layer with just the bear. I always named that, and basically this is the bear. This is the layer I had, and on that layer, on this layer alone, I decided to add transform mask. So from this keyframe, when I go through the other frames, I can't go through the other frames. You will see that the bear is moving very slowly, right? So, and you see the hands flapping, but I had to have the bear on one layer in order for me to add a 3D animation on that particular layer. So that was my animation. If you want, I will put this on a loop there. It's not the best, but I did this for like 2 hours, I think, or 3. Yeah, 3 hours. I was getting distracted by other stuff, and people calling me on my phone. Mom, stop watching my videos. Thank you. Also, don't forget to like them. But other than that, I think it turned out great. I want to animate one more idea I had. I got a lot of your animations, which I didn't expect that. I was, I don't know. It's funny because let's say this. I can encourage other people to do stuff, but when it comes to me, I go, maybe this will not work for this idea that I had. And it's so stupid to do that, discourage yourself, not doing stuff. And I was very surprised. So I just want to say thank you for the people who actually got involved in this. I'm gonna make a separate video with your animations, and I'm gonna probably say thank you again in that one. But I just want to say thank you one more time. Yeah, I will see you in the next one. With your amazing animations, the way you decided to finish this. I will see if I make another one. And maybe since a lot of people did had interest in this, maybe we can do another challenge, but maybe a lot of maybes there. But we can do it maybe for 2 weeks. Maybe. I will stop talking now. Maybe. So yeah, see you in the next one. Stay healthy. And I guess bye.